Hello and welcome back to Pravus Gaming and more EU4 Mare Nostrum, playing as Italy! Okay, so I've done a couple little things in between the last video. I did mothball some forts, because we kind of need a bit more money. Looking at about almost 14 ducats a month now, which is mildly better, but not amazing. And until these Ferraran separatists pop, it's probably going to stay that way for a little bit. Oh well. I also took the liberty of turning central Italy into a state, which I'm going to have to core now. There's a fair bit of development here that we might as well use, and Rome is technically a part of this capital province, so it makes sense to me that we go ahead and start coring a little bit like, oh, I don't know, Rome itself? Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Also, Ancona. Why not? Let's go ahead and upgrade Ancona. That's another 14 development for us. 37 in Rome itself, which is a fantastic province. I would consider upgrading my buildings, but we really need the money so we can pay off the loan that we had to take out. Now, last video, we did also officially become an administrative monarchy, which is kind of cool, but now we have extremely low legitimacy, and we also have a really sucky leader, 230, Emperor Giovanni I Maria Campofregoso. Something along those lines, I don't know. He sucks, I don't like him, but he's not allowed to die until I get a proper legal heir and he comes of age. Okay, Munster is now an elector. Okay, fine. Nuremberg and Memmingen are not friends. Blur, 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 blur. Conquest against the Mamluks, because I did manage to get myself a claim here. If you guys recall, in the last video, I was pointing out that in order to form the Roman Empire, which is kind of our overall goal if we can make it happen before the next expansion comes out, because they're already talking about it in the developer diaries, we need to get all of Italy, the Balkans, which we actually already have, all of Anatolia, all of Mashrik, or whatever, this area here, all of Iberia, all of France. So everything in the northern section of the Mediterranean must be ours. Pretty tall order, especially considering we'd have to fight up France for that. But we'll do what we can. In due time, we will do what we can. Alright, let's move on. We've improved relations with Yemen about as much as we can. Fine with me, I don't really care. Why don't we go ahead and start fabricating some claims against Tunis as well. We don't need any claims against Corsica, Sicily, the Papal State, or Naples. I could try to get a vassal over here, but, well, let's see. We actually have a couple of extra relationship slots right now. Would it be worth picking up some extra allies and or vassals? Trebizond, for example, would accept vassalization. Not by much, but they would. We have to have a relation of 190. Maybe that's not going to happen. Still, the point is, these guys could be a thing. If I want more vassals, where would I even look? Provence? Probably not. They're reformed. I don't know. The point is, there are a couple of relationship slots we could do things with. Let's also build a spy network against Switzerland, because I wouldn't mind fighting them and calling France in for once to actually be useful to me instead of the other way around. It doesn't happen very often. I feel like France has called us into far more wars than we've called them. Okay, that's one core done on something we picked up off of the Ottomans. They are the Ferraran separatists. They actually all fired over here, which I'm surprised about, because this place had zero unrest. Ferrara had some. But okay, I mean, if they're going to go in the defensive territory, fine with me. Let's get our leader over there and crush. There, see? Crush. Florentine, Arezzo, Firenze, Caramanese. Yeah, that's going to be a problem. These guys need to get down here ASAP. I'm actually going to go ahead and turn this fort on, because down here potentially is going to be a problem. These two. These are hills. These are dry lands. Should get this army down into the hills. Neapolitan and Milan. It's going to be kind of difficult really playing catch-up with all of these. Novara. This one? Really? We've had this for a long time. I guess it's because it's reformed now. That'll be a big part of it. Yeah, well, either way. Point is, a lot of rebels to deal with. Having a bit more stability would sure as heck be nice. Coring more things so I'm not overextended would sure be nice. The path to citizenship. I guess that's what this is called. Core creation cost minus reduction. See, that is actually a really nice... One of the reasons I originally had been holding off on picking up a lot of states as Venice was not just for the Republican tradition, but it was kind of holding out knowing that I was going to get this idea from the Italian group. But at the same time, it also helped us become a monarchy faster, so... Oh well, I'm okay with that. Alright, see if you can get in here a little faster there, please. By the end of the month. Thank you. My Emperor, Kaffa declared war upon the Mamluks. Well, well, well. Isn't that interesting? Who's Kaffa? This guy is Kaffa. Ooh. We have a couple of really large African nations here. I also don't recall there used to be somebody here in Madagascar. Mahafali. Mahafali? Mahafali. That's kind of cool. Yeah, either way. Alright, what else do we want to do? Maybe we should improve with our allies a little bit. We need a bit more topped-off relations with Muscovy. Now, Muscovy is potentially a really solid long-term ally. I have really no intention of expanding in this general direction, at least up to his borders. So between him and me, fighting up the Commonwealth would be fine. He can form Russia, and I'm totally good with that. There are the Karamanese, and they did fire in the hills, but we got the defensive terrain. That's good. Unfortunately, we're going to have to pay some for some reinforcements, but whatever. Now that's been dealt with. Okay, Mamluks. Teke, right here. I can go ahead and place a guy here and kind of get that down to 0. Florentine is a little concerning. Yeah, it's going to be hard to deal with all these rebels in Italy. We picked up a lot. An advisor died. Not one that I care about, though. We don't really need this yearly inflation guy anymore, but... I mean, he's costing me a fair bit of money, but the +3 advisor, there's a chance I'll get a free stability out of him eventually. Speaking of free stability, let's go ahead and beautify a local saint. Increase my stability up to 1. That should help a tiny little bit. Milanese are still a problem. Mamluks are ticking away. Lucca, still up there. And Florentine. Florentine. So basically a lot of the Ferraran territories that I picked up for my vassal, they're starting to become a problem. Succession war between France and Muscovy, if my emperor dies right now. He's 21 years old, though, so theoretically, it's not going to happen anytime soon. What are my odds of getting an heir? Doesn't really say. It says my chance to get an heir is modified by 40%. But it doesn't actually give me a specific percentage chance every month to get a new heir. Still, the point remains, I have some beneficial modifiers that are increasing my odds, so okay. Sure, I don't know who you are, but you are welcome to have that military access. Go for it, buddy. Go on, get it. Transylvanian shouldn't be much of a problem. We can probably put that down. Let's go ahead and core up another territory, Umbria. There we go. Autonomy immediately drops from 75 down to 30. So good. That's another 26 development going into our coffers. Monthly balance is currently 20.6 ducats a month. Okay, so we are still making a pretty reasonable amount of money now that we have turned off all these forts. Sweden declared war on Novgorod. Sucks to be them. France declared war on Sharka. And Milan converted to reform. Freaking centers of Reformation. I blame you, Switzerland, for picking up 2 of them. Protestants and Reformed, how dare you? You're converting all my stuff. The sooner I can declare war on Switzerland, the better. And I will take those centers of Reformation and try to convert them away. An astonishing performance. Recently, a young female troubadour who has won fame across Europe for her unconventional music was invited to perform at my court. The sight of her costume prompted the entire room to gasp. Her songs had countless instances of thinly disguised innuendo and references to unconventional sex acts. At one point, the Archbishop turned scarlet and stormed out of the room. The performance concluded, all eyes turned to you to hear your response. Provocative and mesmerizing commentary on romance and gender in one contemporary society. Or ridiculous trash for stupid people, get out of my sight. I would rather take the admin power, so congratulations, lady, for challenging the accepted conventional social norms. Or something along those lines, right? Yeah. We are getting really close to being capped out on our power for military stuff. Actually, we can finally get ahead of time on Diplotech as well. That will be nice. Really far behind on admin tech, though, and I really, really want to get my development and administrative efficiency. That will save me a lot of monarch points. Once I'm finished coring up the state, I'm not going to take up any more states. I'm instead going to focus exclusively on getting higher level admin tech. But okay. Any neighbors have 17 military tech yet? Nope, 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 nope. Anyone I can... Aha! Salzburg! I will build a spy network on you, and I will reduce the cost of my military tech. Mildly. It won't be a lot, but it'll be something. Come on. There we go. Build spy network. Thank you! Rebel Uprising. The Neapolitans are getting really close. I would have assumed they were in Abruzzi, but apparently not. They are... I'm sorry, I would have assumed they're in Napoli, but they're not. They're in Abruzzi. Well, those are mountains, so I definitely would rather not fight them in Abruzzi. That would be terrible. We'll reduce that as much as we can. Legitimacy changes by 1.67 every year. It's not a lot, but it's something. Papal influence. 2.53 per year. That's not a lot. Big part of that is because the Papal State hates me. You know, one solution to that would actually be to conquer the entirety of the Papal State, and then there's a pretty good chance that somebody else in Europe, another Catholic nation, would accept giving up a territory for a new Papal State. They would have a new leader, new opinion of me, I could reset our relations. And I would have all my Italian territory, so that'd be a heck of a lot better for me. So yeah, that is one thing we could do. I'm not opposed to that. Not opposed to that at all. Let's go ahead and finish up that core. Urbino. Which is... Where's Urbino? Is it this one? Yep. It's 24 more development working in our favor. Down to 17% autonomy from 75. Not bad. Not bad at all. Okay, we are in the year 1609. We've been playing for over 100 years. I think we've made some pretty good progress, but there's a lot more to be made. A heck of a lot more. We are actually at our manpower cap, however. So doing something with them would be good. What are the odds of me being able to declare war on Switzerland and get rid of those frickin' centers of reformation? Allied to Corsica and Memmingen. I don't care. I wouldn't mind actually having a vassal in the HRE and feeding them some territory. Huh. Can we vassalize Memmingen? That'd be a thought. Feed them a bunch of territory up here? Have a strong vassal in the Wien trade node? Maybe. Switzerland, I need 45? What? How many claims do I have on you? One, oh, apparently a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ah, right, okay. Because I'm Italy, I got some claims on the Italian region, and as a result, I got a lot of claims on Switzerland. Well, geez, man. That is a lot. I guess we will fabricate a claim on Sirte. You know, start making some progress against Tunis. We're going to want to take all of this eventually anyway. Mamluks, I need how much? 25? Right. Justified trade conflict. Eh. Fighting the Mamluks would be fun. Could beat the crap out of them. Feed a lot of territory to my vassal, the Knights. Actually not a bad idea, because I am trying to save up some admin power, so feeding up my vassal instead could be a very good use of my time. Total war score of all of Mamluks would be 280%, so they're way too big to do anything to, like, vassalizing them, obviously. I mean, I knew that was probably true, but still. Yeah, declaring war on them and feeding up the Knights, like Jerusalem and stuff, wouldn't be a bad idea. What should we do? Nothing until we have dealt with some of these rebels. Right? This is not something we want to play with too much. If we fight the Mamluks and then, oh, check it out, we got a bunch of rebels messing in Italy, we're screwed. Like, we can't play that game. No. No. We do need to get some more cannons, I can say that. I'm going to go ahead and get a couple. Because we did lose a lot of cannons in our war with the Well, in the 30 Years' War. Lost that 10 stack. Very embarrassing, but it happens, and you gotta work with that. Sicily has a civil war. Francesco's the First's continuous scheming and plotting has infuriated the nobles and made Francesco some powerful enemies among the aristocracy. Sicily, how much would it take to vassalize you? Ah, you're barely too big. You are barely too big to vassalize. Could still try, though. You are allied to the Corsica and the Papal State. Will be a way to break up an alliance between Switzerland and them. Let's fabricate a claim against Washid here. How many claims do you have, the Knights? You got 2. It's not a lot. I did specify I want all of this. Oops. No. I'm interested in this province, these, and this. All this Ottoman territory. All of this is stuff I want. I want all of Kandar. I want all of Hungary. I want most of Austria. I definitely want those. I want that. And all of that. I want all of Tunis, well, most of it. We'll just go with that for now. This is what I want. For the time being. Hungary was building a spy network on me, were they? That's fun. Alright, forget the Mamluks for a minute. If I were to declare war on, let's say... Let's take a look at our options. Switzerland. If I did declare war on you... Bohemia would be required to join you because Switzerland is technically a part of the Empire. France would join on our side. I need to find a way to break things up between Switzerland and Bohemia. I don't want to fight my ally. Even with France on my side, I'd rather not do that. If I were to declare war on Corsica... If I were to declare war on Sicily... co-belligerize Corsica, then I could fight Switzerland. Would that work? But France wouldn't join because they're fighting in another war. Oh, they're fighting Charka. It's just a bunch of natives. You can handle them. What are you torquing aboard? The only reason you join against Switzerland is because our trust, you hate Switzerland. Oh gosh dang it. Alright. Well, How best to handle this, then? Now is a good time to fight the Mamluks. They are, however, allied to Afghanistan and Warsengali. Afghanistan's over here. Fairly large, surprisingly. But nobody ever helps me. Like, I've got these allies, but they're so dang useless on this side of the world. Maybe we should improve relations with Kaffa. Maybe they'd be useful. You're East African. Ooh, I haven't seen that icon before for a African tech group. You're also Coptic. That's cool. Don't see a lot of Coptics. I'll improve relations with you for a little bit. Also, we were building a spy network against Salzburg, right? That should reduce our military tech cost by not even 1%. Okay. Yeah, let's just go ahead and take the admin tech then. I'm sorry, the military tech then. Get this cavalry shock supply limit. Let's also go ahead and take the diplo tech. Can't think of any reason not to. So that's good. We're now ahead of time in both of those. What can we convert? Romagna. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that ASAP. Man, I have so many freaking territories that are getting messed up. So irritating. The Florentines are getting really close to firing. So are the Neapolitans. Milanese at 70%. Hills, hills. Nothing we can do right now. We need to deal with some of these rebels. We have too many that are getting close to uprising before I can declare war, so we're going to have to wait a little bit. Hopefully France deals with their war pretty quickly, and then they can help us out. We're going to have to end this video here, though. Thank you guys for watching. This has been Pravus. I hope you enjoyed. If so, then go ahead and hit that like button for me. Show it a little love. Show me a little love. Leave a comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.